Number one thing, somebody wrote a justification and somebody signed it.
Welcome to Pull the Pin Already, a place where average veterans come to share their opinions on the world we live in. We can't guarantee you're going to like our opinions.
But we promise we're going to enjoy giving them to you.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Mike. Let's pull the pin.
All right, Mike. Good to see you back again.
Yeah.
Your Halloween wear on?
Yeah.
I see. Got it. So what are we going to talk about today?
Something that we both know a lot about. Yeah, military combat awards, Jim.
Oh, that's totally not where I thought you were going.
Oh,
but yeah, we know that too.
No, we did the pulling down, loading. No.
Yeah. We'll go with awards. We will go with awards for this one.
Military combat awards.
So
how do you feel about them?
Well, do you want to broaden that even further? Because I just know right off the bat. You remember the first award you got?
Wasn't it the service? Was it the service ribbon?
Yeah, but what was it called? It was called the Fire Guard ribbon, right?
Right.
As soon as you got in the military, it was a Fire Guard ribbon because obviously a Fire Guard one
right.
night at least.
Yep, that's true. Yeah.
So that one everyone deserves. Obviously, they want to give you something for serving. So I get that. So, all right. Well, what do you want to talk about the awards? Because I'm sure you've got plenty, right?
I can't remember how many I have.
I don't
be honest with you.
And in fact, I couldn't even put together my board, whatever they call it. I just couldn't. Yeah. After a certain point, it was just like, I'm not researching this stuff. I'm not. Yeah. But I don't care. I don't live by that stuff anyway. I think the only worthy awards are people who actually put, the ultimate sacrifice in military that you can make and live to tell about it.
Yeah, I think my whole opinion about, and we're talking about military combat awards, but you have the combat awards, you have deployment awards, what's the other one? No, it's the same thing if you deploy. So it's like deployment awards, combat awards, and just, awards.
Like operation awards, like when you go on a certain operation, you showed up, so they give you an award. I think those are neat and functional because it shows where people have been and everything tells a story. Like I get that. But I don't know.
I had a guy who said, people only worry about that stuff when they had to get in the dress uniform.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, and then they always ask, hey, what did you get that one for? What'd you get that one for?
Right.
Oh, I never been there. He said, yeah, when you guys are fighting to get out of a deployment, when you get your Class A's, don't try to, get these awards.
Exactly.
Just people who deploy, they get them,
Right.
But go ahead.
I know. See, I respect that. I respect that. You go someplace, you get an award for it. I do respect that. I think, but what you're kind of hinting at, and one of the things that really drives me insane, is it's been a while since I've been in, so I can't really vouch for what's happening today. Maybe we got some people out there who can share our opinion that's closer to active duty or recently separated. But I see a trend in awards are almost becoming like candy now. And to me, that almost degrades the people who really legitimately earned them.
Yeah, and I can speak on that because I've seen it firsthand with people, soldiers who I talk to here on base, and they're like, man, these people, they're getting what is it, the MSM, and people who have been to Desert Shield, Desert Storm, who didn't do any just is their wording, didn't do anything.
Right.
And they come out of there with a Purple Heart. You know what I mean? And then you have people like, I know some Navy SEALs, former Navy SEALs, excuse me, and they have a Purple Heart. Man, they were shot. So it's like you said, it kind of diminishes the value of such an award when you see both stories or you hear about both stories. And they are indeed fact, because if a guy stands in the office, he's in a war zone. I got it.
Yeah.
He's just standing in the office handling admin. I got it. He's over there more than most people.
Sure.
right? But if you didn't pull the trigger, or you know, you didn't have to duck or anything like that, it makes me wonder when you have a Purple Heart, like, whoa, what you get that for? You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and I feel like I can do that as a vet, or at that time I was in. So it just, I don't know. And then I meet a guy who was shot while on a rescue mission, and I should have brought this up when our buddy Ryan was on the show, because he's very good friends with him, and he had a Purple Heart, and I was like, okay, all right,
Right.
they
Right.
both, Purple Heart recipients, but I
But
look at it differently.
I also, maybe this is, I don't know, maybe this will be some sort of, I don't know. I almost regret saying this, but I also believe that just because you're shot doesn't mean you deserve an award.
Right? Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
yeah, I don't know if I'm saying that right, because I don't want to be, if I'm in a convoy and the convoy gets hit by if my driver drives over a landmine and I get, blown out of the truck, I mean, sure, I get some consolation. I know there's, compensation for that. There's all kinds of things for that. But I mean, did I go above and beyond because my driver ran over a landmine? Like,
yeah.
I
But
don't
you were in a
know.
certain situation that others weren't.
Yeah,
Is,
yeah,
is it by choice? Who knows? But to me, that's a slippery slope to go down.
you're right. And maybe
Yeah,
I'm asking for a
yeah,
distinction between the awards.
yeah,
Like
yeah. So
instead of like a Purple Heart, maybe there should be a combat injured award, just boom, like that.
right,
Just you're injured, you're in a combat zone, you're injured, you get this award, boom. But it's got to be clearly during something, not injured, like you twisted your ankle trying to go to the latrine.
right, right. But then somebody could say, they were injured while in the war zone.
And you saw a lot of that. And I was going to bring that up because when you talked about the MSN, the MSM, AARs, all this Army
Yeah,
stuff for anybody's not, those awards became PCS awards or ETS awards. They became like, I always refer to the NCOER bullets. You know what I mean?
yeah,
If
yeah.
anybody out there in the Army, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Those fillers. It's almost like Joe Biden's history of successes.
Oh my
Sorry,
God.
but I just read them today, and they're like NCOER bullets, like participated in this,
Yeah.
back to this, or second this, or suggested.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're all NCOER bullets, and that's when they try to fill that to get you the MSM, or and they're degrading the award. They're
Yeah.
degrading it, and then the politics in it. Obviously, some people got it, some people didn't, and then you're like, wait a minute, this guy didn't do anything more. He stabbed himself with a stapler. Like, how's he getting an award and I'm not?
Yeah. Yeah. You remember that old movie, I'm gonna get you, sucker?
Yeah.
He said, yeah, yeah, yeah. I got this one because I was injured, and he said, yeah, I got what happened to your eye? He said, I got hit with a paperclip.
Yeah.
And I think that was like they were making, talking about the military. This was back then.
Right.
They were making fun of that stuff. So, but I liked it. I liked it, and I don't want to once again just make fun of people with all the combat
Sure.
ribbons and deployment ribbons, but for the people that I know who were highly stacked, let's say, hey, kudos to you, kudos to you.
Well,
And but some of the other people that I know personally, and they have some questionable awards, I'm like, okay, but number one thing, somebody wrote a justification and somebody signed it.
right. And
So that's what matters.
speaking of somebody signing it, let's talk about those guys. I did have the privilege to do some escorts and things like that when I was in the service, dignitaries, and I know guys are flown into airports with security out the butt all around them, no threat, get on a helicopter with security all around it, no threat, fly into a combat zone, security all around them, no threat, and walk out of there with an award. Obviously, you have to be privileged and, have the ability to do that. But that kind of too, to me, is like, well, I guess I understand the political side of it, but
Hmm.
it just kind of diminishes a lot of the stuff. I mean, it makes the awards almost look silly sometimes.
Yeah, because it was at one point some people would go to the combat zone like the last couple of days out the month and stay over to the next month. So on paper, it looks like they were there for at least 60 days.
Hmm.
You get what I'm
Right.
saying? They were deployed from January 28th to February 3rd.
Yeah,
right? But on other paper, it would say they would deploy January and February of
right.
whatever year. Yeah,
And I'm not going to say on a certain deployment, we didn't all jump in a plane and fly into a combat zone just so we can get hostile fire pay. I'm not going to say we did that, but that
right.
is a very practical thing that could happen,
Yeah.
just for the benefit of, hey, you're serving your country. But I think most people can agree that veterans or military people are underpaid anyway.
Oh,
So even if,
forget about it.
yeah, even if somebody were to do that, I think they'd probably find some, some forgiveness.
Yeah, yeah.
But in all fairness, there was still risk because, when I was on said deployment or I was potentially on this deployment,
Hmm.
I've seen C-130s come in with bullet holes. I've seen them
Yeah,
come in with one engine. I mean,
yeah.
if for you guys who have never seen a C-130 make a, what do they call that, emergency landing, where they just cut the engine and drop,
Oh, yeah.
that is quite impressive.
Hmm.
So you're still at
Try being
risk.
on it.
No, I'll pass. I've been to amusement parks, and even now
Yeah.
the teacup ride makes me sick. So I'm done with all that. But I mean, if you want to talk planes, you've been on a C-5 before?
Yep.
Have you seen one take off?
You mean like from the outside?
Yes.
Yeah. I was at,
Uh,
dude, I was at Kandahar.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, yes. For those who have never seen a C-5 take off, it uses the old entire runway,
Yep.
and even in the last second, you're like, it's not going to make it. It's not going to make it. It's not going to make it. And there it goes. Yes. Yes. That is quite impressive.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've seen it take off in Kandahar. I think it was Senator McCain was there. So
Right.
I've actually seen at one time, I think it was three of them. Was it three of them? Yeah, three of them took off
Right.
because they didn't want the enemy to know which one he was on or something like that. They were
Of
saying.
course. Right. Good tactic.
Yeah.
So, in
Yeah.
all fairness, then I would even give a pilots, I'd give them a pass. I think anybody who is a pilot, I already commend them right off the bat. I think they deserve award just for being a pilot. Obviously, they
Yep.
probably do get something. But yeah, even if a pilot was just going into a combat zone, dropping people off, I have no problem because I understand the risk of their job and, they're floating targets.
Oh, you talking about those type aircraft guys?
True.
I agree, but I work with former Apache guys, and I'm like, damn, yeah. And they always laugh when I'm around them. So I'd be like,
They're
yeah, you
probably they're
got,
probably more at risk, obviously,
yeah,
because they get
yeah,
closer and slower and yeah.
yeah. Those
But I mean,
guys, man,
if you're in
those
a jet,
fighter.
if you're in a jet, you're passing through. Nobody's catching you. That's kind of not really risky unless you're up against high tech defense systems.
What, in like a fighter jet?
Yeah,
Man, just to fly one of them things, man, it means a lot to me.
right.
When I see them up there, I'm like, damn,
Yes,
yeah, you the shit.
we had that experience, dude. Let me. I don't want to get to a long story, but when I first deployed to Africa,
Hmm.
we just got there, literally, and I obviously had to drop a deuce. So I'm like, "Where's the bathroom?" So I'm running the bathroom, and I'm sitting in these makeshift. It's like a warehouse thing. I'm in this bathroom, and I'm sitting there just doing my thing like I normally do, and this jet, three of them actually, did a flyby, low flyby, dude. Good thing I was on the toilet because
Yeah.
I would have lost it if I wasn't. Scared the hell out of me.
Ah, I think it's the most awesome sight. Here we go talking about jets now. Forget about the military
Forget
combat
our
awards,
ribbon,
right?
right?
But at night when it's pitch black and the jet's taking, oh my man, you
Right.
know that burning in the back. Oh man, I love it. I
Yeah.
love it, man. It's kind of like being out on the range now with them tanks when it's pitch black and
Mhm.
they fire and it lights up and then it goes away.
So
Awesome,
if you want to
awesome. I
bring it
don't know
back,
what
if you want to bring it
yeah.
back, let's just say you were standing behind said jet and somebody's like, "Hey, get off the tarmac. Hey, get off the tarmac." And the jet goes and you get burned. Do you get a medal for that?
Oh yeah, yeah. Idiot award.
Right, right. But legitimately, I mean,
Yeah.
you're injured in combat, right?
Yep. That's true. That's
So,
true. But that I think they were doing that, and here goes the candy reference, right? Because you had so many injuries. And you're in a war zone. Hey, somebody's injured. If they have the medical records, just give it to them. Give them the
right.
award. You know what I mean?
And I kind
And
of understand some of
yeah,
that. I
same
do.
here. You don't have time for all that admin and all that investigation. Now, if somebody had a paper cut, they wouldn't do that like the
Right.
like the movie suggests. But nah, I say if they're over there, give them the award. But I get the candy reference.
Right.
because I've actually seen it.
Right. I'd like to think even if you got the award, you'd be humbled, not to
Yeah.
be embellishing on your stories. But how would you feel to be that guy you were talking about earlier who got the Purple Heart because he got shot, running in to save his guys, or trying to take that fighting position, whatever. And then
Yeah.
you're walking, here's this dude that got a paper cut because he stood behind the wrong aircraft. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Right.
you
And he has
know,
the same award. Yeah.
right. You respect the service, and I do that. Even like you said, you're talking about the pencil pushers in the office and all that. I still
Yeah.
respect what they do because, at the end of the day, without them, we couldn't do our mission.
Hey, support.
Yeah, I do.
Everyone
always
needs
respect
that
it.
support, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you like to make fun of the don't make fun of the cooks. Never make fun of the cooks. But when you're talking about being in war, you always make fun of the cooks, the admin personnel, even logistics, the supply. Oh, they're not really combat ready or whatever, but hey, they keep you combat ready, is what I used to say. So you got to take care of those support elements.
I do have one story for you that we might be able to bend the rules on this one.
Uh-oh.
The Army Band. They have a combat mission. When I was in Germany, we were out on one of those 30-day field missions, and we were living out there, and they came out in a bus to do TOC security, and the OC told them their bus had been blown up. They couldn't even get to the site without getting killed by the enemy in their bus. But even the band had a mission. They were coming out to provide security for the camp, the perimeter.
Yeah.
So it was hilarious. But I remember hearing it, and obviously we wouldn't let them live that down. But
Yeah.
but we did appreciate it because they took us off the perimeter. So that was great.
Yeah. Yeah.
So even
support.
that. Yeah.
Those support elements, man. They do their job. But yeah. So do you think that the combat awards are, well, let me just tell you how I feel. I think it's an individual thing, but for me, I think it's because I'm still connected to the military somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
I think the value of some of these awards are not as they used to be.
I agree.
And when I was going through, they don't have it anymore. BNOC, we had a Marine guy in there, and he said, "No, we don't get into that stuff."
Right.
Because he said, everything I heard for all the ribbons that you guys have, you're just doing your job.
Right.
And I was like, wow.
Right. And we do have combat stripes. So it's not like you don't get credit for going to combat.
Right.
So you get a stripe on your sleeve.
Yeah, but it's for different services. You see the emphasis that's put on just being there and just doing your job. It's kind of like a liberal mentality. Everybody gets a trophy.
Yeah,
exactly. You know what I mean? And the Marines are like, no, you just did your job.
I think that's right. I respect the Marines in so many ways for stuff like that. I do.
Yeah.
I really respect their view of things.
Yeah. But, they're out there sometimes, but yeah, when he made that comment, I was like, wow. Yeah, right. we are some liberals in that regard.
Yeah, and when you said that trophy for all, that's automatically I thought. I was like, that's what we're teaching people now anyway.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. We're giving everybody trophies just for showing up.
Yeah.
So the fire guard ribbon is no longer needed because you get a MSM or a Purple Heart for going to basic training.
Yeah, and if you stay out of trouble for 3 years, you get the good conduct medal. I remember those.
Yes. 3 years. Right. I lost track of those. Yeah. Then they started doing the little what are those things? Cluster leaves or cluster?
Yeah. On the clusters. Yeah.
That's when I stopped. I was like, I'm done. Yeah. When I got to put stars and clusters and I'm done. I really don't care. You know what I mean? Or I just wear it without it. Who's going to challenge me? Oh, I thought you were in for 9 years and you were dude, just stop, please.
Yeah. And after that, I'm telling you, man, after that, I started looking at things differently because every time somebody said they had this award, this ribbon or whatever, it always came back to me.
Right.
You're just doing your job.
Right.
No, you know what I mean? And I get it.
Like it.
But I get it when people like it. They like to be stacked and show off, like you said, where they've been, what they've done. I totally get it.
Right.
But in the grand scheme of things, you were just doing your job.
But I guess in all fairness, that's why it's on the Class A's. It's not like we wear it every day in service.
Yep.
So in fairness, that's great. I mean, I think it's awesome to acknowledge people.
Yep.
Really, because to me, the awards meant nothing except for points when you go to the promotion board.
That's it.
Yeah. It was really just, and if you get the Purple Heart, things like that, that has ramifications outside the military.
Right. Right.
So that's something that should be coveted.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that should be given away lightly either.
Right.
So
Yeah, but but in all areas, you're gonna have those select few.
you're always gonna have.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I remember a battalion commander. It was hard to get a coin from him, right? And one day I was just talking to him. We were doing some operation. I was just talking to him, and he broke it down to me, and I was like, respect. He
Right.
doesn't just get 200 coins and then start wanting to be the guy everyone likes and starts giving out coins.
The candy man.
Yeah, so something that he felt you had to earn.
Right.
And he said, if I give out one a year, one person earned it. And I said, respect.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would think in the avenue of that, and I did some of that protective service stuff. I think those guys, like I said, I would default. If you got guys doing protective service for you, and even nothing happens, I think you owe them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you owe them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're literally, there to take a bullet for you, even if they didn't have to.
Slippery slope.
And it is their job, but they're literally
Yeah.
there to take a bullet for you.
Yeah, but the guys on the perimeter are the same.
Yeah, but they have more support. The people on the perimeter have more support. They're not right there. You know what I mean? Because you're not always on the perimeter. Like if you're walking inside the perimeter with the dignitary or you can probably say, yeah, everybody outside's keeping support, but you also know that half those people are probably falling asleep too. And if they fall asleep and somebody walks through, you still got people walking around. You still have second lines of defense and third. But if you take a dignitary out and you're the only defense.
Oh, you're saying out. Okay.
Yeah, well, that's what we did. We took them to and from the airport or to the locations.
I got you.
So it wasn't just, people walking around like bodyguards. It's actually
Right.
escorting outside and you don't have a big convoy of military following you around.
Understood. Yeah.
So I think those guys deserve a little bit of something. But even then, most of those guys are like you're talking about, the tough guys, that they don't really need that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. They don't see it as going above and beyond.
Right.
Even though we probably look at them like, damn.
Although there was one coin I got that I was actually excited to get. Do you remember? I'm dating myself now. The Sergeant Major of the Army kid.
Yeah.
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 He showed up one of the places I was deployed, and he was with his I think his assistant at the time, McKinney, right?
Yeah.
Ultimately, kid got arrested or something,
Mm-hmm.
and McKinney took over.
Yeah.
When he showed
Oh,
up,
wait a minute. I thought it was the opposite.
I thought.
I thought McKinney was in trouble, and then kid. Damn it.
Well, either way, regardless, the point is when he showed up, I was doing security for him, and he gave me a coin, and I was like, "Well, can I actually just get a photo of you?" And he's like, "Oh, sure." I was like, "No, actually, like me arresting you." And he's like, "Oh no, I don't think so." And then fast forward, there was all that trouble, and I was like, "Holy crap!" Could you imagine if I had that photo?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's right. He didn't give me I asked for the photo, and then I mailed him the photo because he told me to mail him the photo, and then he sent me a coin with the signed copy of the photo and a coin back. It was really nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like something I'll never forget,
Mm-hmm.
those moments.
Yeah.
But enough of my stories. Because
No
this one
worries.
time in Hawaii.
Oh, God.
I know you love my Hawaii stories.
I'm going. I'm telling you. It's on my bucket list.
Hey, I'll go with you.
I wanted to have fun.
Yes, I will show you how to fun. I was there for 3 years, dude.
Hey, I want to still be married.
Well, sure, we could do that. We could.
Okay.
Hey, I got stories for later. I can tell you stories later. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hey, let's pull the pin on that. Pull the pin,
let's
Jim.
definitely pull the pin right there. Nobody's getting an award tonight. So if anything, we're probably getting reprimanded. You're going to lose some rank tonight. Let's move on to our favorite segment, Pull the Pin Already, where we talk about something that really annoys us or just disturbs us in the scheme of things. And I will let you take the opportunity to go first, Mike.
I don't have anything, Jim. Okay. All right. This is one thing I wanted to talk about. I don't know about your neighborhood. Do you have homeowners association?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well,
I already agree with you.
okay. All right. And that's what I wanted to pull the pin on.
Please elaborate, but
No,
I
it
don't want to
just
stay on this
I
subject
don't
too
like
long.
I don't like the way they're just always in your business. And I get it. I get it. It helps to keep the property value up. I get it, but yo, it's it's a car parked on the street, not on the grass, not
Yeah.
half driveway, half street. It's legitimately parked on the street, and you're making an issue of it. You know, the grass is half inch too tall. You know, from your whatever your standard is. It's like, okay, they'll get it. What's the big deal? You know, if that's gonna bring the property value down, it is already down. I'm tired of it.
You
You
have
know, and
you have no idea, Mike.
oh man, it's and it's nothing with me. It's just, talking to neighbors and everything. And I'm like, damn, are they really that anal?
You
You
have no
know?
idea.
And then
No idea.
people are running to be I guess director or whatever, and they got the signs in the yards. I'm like, what? Are you running for Congress? You know, it's like
And you're
this is
not
such
paid. They're not paid.
no. I'm
They're
like,
just somebody to crap on when you got a complaint. There's somebody
ah,
for the HOA management to go to and say, you handle this because we're
yeah,
the ones being paid and we don't want to. I'm telling you, dude, you have no idea, dude. I wasn't even living in my house for 30 days and I got 2 complaints. I'm like, you people couldn't even say, hello, welcome to the neighborhood?
right,
Are you
right. I
kidding
was
me?
like, wow, man.
Yeah,
So that's what
no,
I wanted to pull the pin on, man.
I'm with you
Yes,
there. I will
yeah.
bring a truck full of pins to pull.
You can't make it up, I tell you.
With you there. So I want to talk about,
Don't do it.
no, I'm not. I'm not.
Okay, okay.
I want to talk about something I call the sidewalk idiots. Um,
Mm,
I
okay.
I appreciate you. I do appreciate you. I appreciate you for not walking in the middle of the street and getting run over. I do appreciate that. And I do appreciate you not thinking you own the world and just walk because you have the right of way and no car is going to run me over because they're on their cell phone. I appreciate that you don't value your own life. I really do. But I really don't like when you stand there and you give me no clue that you're actually wanting to cross. And I sit there like, are you going to go? Are you going to go? Are you going to go? And then you sit there like, I don't know what you're waiting for.
Mm,
But I've seen this. I see it mostly in those summer towns, slow places, not really, high, but they just stand there like they're waiting for the perfect moment to cross. You need to give the drivers a clue that you actually want to cross so we can decide whether to stop for you or run you over.
mm.
So maybe not a big deal, but I have encountered it and it really annoys the crap out of me. If you're going to cross, make it obvious and don't be a sidewalk idiot.
There you go. We don't have a lot of those where I am, Jim.
You're lucky.
Yeah.
You make driving really challenging because you want to stop, but you don't know if you're supposed to stop. Because if you stop and they don't cross, you're causing an accident.
Yeah.
So anyways, I'm pulling a pin on them.
All right.
We are out of time. So that is all the time we have for this episode. Thanks for joining us. We hope you had as much fun as we did and hope to see you back next time. Until then, Godspeed.
And pull the pin.
Thanks for joining us here. Pull the pin already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.